Ingredients: 2 pounds broccoli, 1/2 tbs extra virgin olive oil, 2 teaspoon lemon juice, 2 cloves garlic, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Fill the bottom of the steamer with 2 inches of water. While steam is building up in steamer, cut broccoli florets into quarters. Peel stems and cut into 1/4 inch pieces. Let florets and stems sit for 5 minutes to bring out their hidden health benefits. Chop or press garlic and let sit for at least 5 minutes. If you are cooking stems, steam for 2 minutes before adding the florets. Steam florets for 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl. For more flavor, toss broccoli with the remaining ingredients while it is still hot. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 162.75 calories, saturated fat 6.73, protein 13.73 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 25.2 g, 13.69 g, 1.37 g, insoluble fiber fat. Total cholesterol 177, 12.26 g, calcium 5.1 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 223.51 mg, 1492.53 mg, 123.03 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting: 5-minute Brussels sprouts with mustard. Even if you have not been a fan of Brussels sprouts, I think you will love adding this recipe to your healthy weight loss menu. Like their cousins broccoli and kale, they are rich in health-promoting sulfur compounds, which helps enhance liver. And they only take minutes to prepare. Enjoy. Ingredients: 1 pound Brussels sprouts, 1/2 tbs extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 2 medium cloves garlic, chopped or pressed, 1 tbs Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon honey, salt and black pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Fill the bottom of the steamer with 2 inches of water. While steam is building up in steamer, cut Brussels sprouts into quarters and let sit for at least 5 minutes to bring out their hidden health benefits. Chop or press garlic and let sit for at least 5 minutes to bring out their health-promoting properties. Steam Brussels sprouts for 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl. Toss Brussels sprouts, while they are still hot, with the ingredients. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 152.78 calories, saturated fat 6.09, protein 8.37 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 25.29 g, 8.79 g, 4.54 g, insoluble fiber fat. Total cholesterol 178, 4.09 g, calcium 4.88 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 111.68 mg, 913.15 mg, 246.75 mg. Recipes: dips and side vegetables. 5-minute cauliflower with turmeric. The turmeric in this recipe not only adds great flavor but added anti-inflammatory protection to your healthy weight loss plan. Ingredients: 1 pound cauliflower, 5 tbs low sodium chicken or vegetable broth, 1 teaspoon turmeric, 1/2 tbs extra virgin olive oil, 2 teaspoon lemon juice, 2 medium cloves garlic, pressed or chopped, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Cut cauliflower florets into quarters and let sit for 5 minutes to bring out their hidden health benefits. Press or chop garlic and let sit for 5 minutes. Heat 5 tbs broth in a stainless steel skillet on medium heat. When broth begins to steam, add cauliflower. Sprinkle turmeric on top of cauliflower and cover. For al dente cauliflower, cook for no more than 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl. For more flavor, toss cauliflower with the remaining ingredients while it is still hot. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 96.33 calories, saturated fat 5.28, protein 4.79 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 14.17 g, 5.99 g, 2.05 g, insoluble fiber fat. total cholesterol 179, 3.64 g, calcium 3.85 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 57.69 mg, 733.31 mg, 69.02 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting. 5-minute collard greens. 1. Collard greens are one of the best plant-based sources of calcium, almost as much as a cup of milk with half the calories and almost no fat. It's no wonder they are a great addition to your healthy weight loss eating plan. Photo shown served with sunflower seeds. Ingredients: 1 lbs collard greens, 1 tbs extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 clove garlic, chopped salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Fill the bottom of the steamer with 2 inches of water. While steam is building up in steamer, chop collard greens and let sit for 5 minutes to bring out their hidden health benefits. Chop garlic and let sit for at least 5 minutes. Steam greens for 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl. For more flavor, toss collard greens, while they are still hot, with the remaining ingredients. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 130.91 calories, saturated fat 10.13, protein 5.66 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 13.62 g, 8.21 g, 3.27 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 184.9 g, calcium 7.96 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 331.75 mg, 392.46 mg, 45.64 mg. Recipes, dips and side vegetables. 5-minute collard greens. 2. Collard greens are one of the best plant-based sources of calcium, almost as much as a cup of milk with half the calories and almost no fat. It's no wonder they are a great addition to your healthy weight loss eating plan. Photo shown served with sunflower seeds. Ingredients: 1 lb collard greens, 1 tbs extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 clove garlic, chopped salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Fill the bottom of the steamer with 2 inches of water. While steam is building up in steamer, chop collard greens and let sit for 5 minutes to bring out their hidden health benefits. Chop garlic and let sit for at least 5 minutes. Steam greens for 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl. For more flavor, toss collard greens, while they are still hot, with the remaining ingredients. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 198.95 calories, saturated fat 11.26, protein 11.22 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 26.53 g, 16.37 g, 6.54 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 181.9.8 g, calcium 8.91 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 660.61 mg, 775.75 mg, 91 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting. 5-minute Italian kale. With this delicious, easy to prepare recipe, you can include kale as part of your healthiest way of eating in a matter of minutes. Kale is one of the healthiest vegetables around, with 1 serving providing you with an excellent source of health-promoting vitamins A and E. Enjoy. Photo shown with onions. Ingredients: 1 pound Italian, lacinato, kale, or any variety, 2 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 medium clove garlic, pressed or chopped, 1/2 tbs extra virgin olive oil, salt and black pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Chop garlic and let sit for 5 minutes to enhance its health-promoting properties. Fill bottom of steamer with 2 inches of water and bring to boil. While water is coming to a boil, slice kale leaves into 1/2 inch slices, and cut again crosswise. Cut stems into 1/4 inch slices. Let kale sit for at least 5 minutes to bring out its health-promoting properties. When water comes to a boil, add kale to the steamer basket and cover. Steam for 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl and toss with additional ingredients. For the best flavor, do so while kale is still hot. Serves 2 nutritional profile calories 146.91 calories saturated fat 6.37 protein 7.6 g carbohydrates dietary fiber soluble fiber 23.64 g 4.59 g 1.82 g insoluble fiber fat. Total cholesterol 182 2.73 g calcium 5.1 g potassium 0 mg sodium 309.25 mg 1026.11 mg 97.83 mg recipes, dips and side vegetables 5-minute Mediterranean medley. This is a perfect way to prepare a variety of vegetables and add more nutrition to your healthy weight loss menu in the same amount of time it takes to cook. Just 1. Use this technique to cook an array of your favorite vegetables. Photo shown with zucchini in place of broccoli. Ingredients: 3 cups broccoli florets, cut into quarters. 3 cups kale, chopped. 1 medium carrot, sliced. 2 cloves garlic, chopped or pressed. 1 tbs extra virgin olive oil. 2 teaspoon lemon juice. Salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 6. Fill the bottom of the steamer with 2 inches of water. While steam is building up in steamer, cut broccoli and chop kale and let sit for at least 5 minutes to bring out its hidden health benefits. Chop or press garlic and let sit for at least 5 minutes to bring out its health promoting properties. Slice carrots 1/4 inch thick. Steam broccoli, kale, and carrots for 5 minutes. Transfer to a bowl. Toss vegetables, while they are still hot, with the rest of the ingredients. Serves 2 nutritional profile calories 158.32 calories saturated fat 10.47 protein 6.98 g carbohydrates dietary fiber soluble fiber 19.99 g 6.04 g 1.51 g insoluble fiber fat. Total cholesterol 183 4.46 g calcium 8.16 g potassium 0 mg sodium 202.65 mg 911.29 mg 93.58 mg healthy weight loss without dieting. Garlic dip. This recipe makes a great appetizer before dinner or a snack any time of the day. Garlic not only has wonderful flavor but adds extra antibacterial and antioxidant protection to your healthy weight loss menu. Ingredients: 2 cups cooked or canned garbanzo beans 1 tbs lemon juice 3 cloves garlic, chopped 1/4 cup chicken or vegetable broth 2 tbs extra virgin olive oil salt and pepper to taste. Directions: combine all ingredients in a blender and blend until smooth. Serve with your favorite crudité. Serves 8 nutritional profile calories 93.35 calories saturated fat 4.63 protein 3.73 g carbohydrates dietary fiber soluble fiber 10.13 g 2.53 g 0 g insoluble fiber fat. Total cholesterol 184.0 g calcium 4.3 g potassium 0 mg sodium 32.47 mg 138.32 mg 2.46 mg recipes, dips and side vegetables. Healthy mashed sweet potatoes. This full-flavored sweet potato dish is quick and easy to prepare and makes a healthy and unique addition to your healthy weight loss plan. In fact, 1 serving of this recipe contains only 98 calories but provides 249% of your daily value, DV, for vitamin A. Enjoy. Ingredients: 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes or yams, peeled and sliced thin for quick cooking. 2 tbs fresh orange juice 1 tbs extra virgin olive oil salt and white pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 Bring lightly salted water to a boil in a steamer with a tight-fitting lid. Steam peeled and sliced sweet potatoes in steamer basket, covered, for about 10 minutes, or until tender. Mash with potato masher, adding rest of ingredients. Serves 4 nutritional profile calories 86.29 calories saturated fat 4.69 protein 1.2 g carbohydrates dietary fiber soluble fiber 12.61 g 1.9 g 0 g insoluble fiber fat. Total cholesterol 185, 0.01 g, calcium 3.6 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 22.51 mg, 286.25 mg, 20.6 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting. Healthy sautéed crimini mushrooms. 1. Enjoy this easy to prepare recipe that complements many of your favorite dishes and is a great addition to your healthy weight loss plan. You will also be enjoying a rich source of health-promoting selenium, vitamin B12, and copper along with the great flavor of crimini mushrooms. Photo shown with onions. Ingredients: 1 pound crimini mushrooms, sliced 3 tbs low sodium chicken or vegetable broth, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 Heat 3 tbs broth over medium heat in a stainless steel skillet. When broth begins to steam, add the sliced mushrooms and sauté for 3 minutes. They will release liquid as they cook. As crimini mushrooms are not as watery as other button mushrooms, it is best to stir constantly for the last 4 minutes. The liquid will evaporate, and the mushrooms will become golden brown but not burned. Add salt and pepper to taste. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 58.6 calories, saturated fat 0.67, protein 6.32 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 10.83 g, 1.43 g, 0 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 186, 0.01 g, calcium 0.38 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 47.33 mg, 1050.6 mg, 20.89 mg. Recipes: dips and side vegetables. Healthy sautéed crimini mushrooms. To enjoy this easy to prepare recipe that complements many of your favorite dishes and is a great addition to your healthy weight loss plan. You will also be enjoying a rich source of health-promoting selenium, vitamin B12, and copper along with the great flavor of crimini mushrooms. Photo shown with onions. Ingredients: half a pound crimini mushrooms, sliced 3 tbs low sodium chicken or vegetable broth, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 Heat 3 tbs broth over medium heat in a stainless steel skillet. When broth begins to steam, add the sliced mushrooms and sauté for 3 minutes. They will release liquid as they cook. As crimini mushrooms are not as watery as other button mushrooms, it is best to stir constantly for the last 4 minutes. The liquid will evaporate, and the mushrooms will become golden brown but not burned. Add salt and pepper to taste. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 33.65 calories, saturated fat 0.53, protein 3.49 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 6.15 g, 0.75 g, 0 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 187, 0.01 g, calcium 0.26 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 26.92 mg, 542.56 mg, 14.09 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting. Healthy sautéed shiitake mushrooms. Long enjoyed in Asia for their health-promoting benefits, we now know that they are a good source of iron and protein as well as special health-promoting compounds that have cholesterol-lowering and immune-stimulating properties. Enjoy them as part of your healthy weight loss plan as a complement to both fish and poultry dishes. Ingredients: 1 pound fresh sliced shiitake mushrooms, 3 tbs low sodium chicken or vegetable broth, 2 cloves garlic, chopped or pressed, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4 5 Chop garlic and let sit for 5 minutes to enhance its health-promoting properties. Remove stems from mushrooms and slice the mushroom caps. Heat broth in a stainless steel skillet. When broth begins to steam, add mushrooms and healthy sauté, covered, for 3 minutes. Remove skillet cover and let mushrooms cook for 4 more minutes. Place in a bowl and add olive oil and salt and pepper while it is still hot. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 95.3 calories, saturated fat 0.39, protein 5.63 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 13.72 g, 2.56 g, 0 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 188, 0 g, calcium 0.15 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 6.33 mg, 31.38 mg, 57.11 mg. Recipes: Dips and side vegetables. Healthy sautéed red cabbage. Ipsum Laurent Vio and Jamdo Enfdals Jdotendal. Ingredients: 1 small head red cabbage, sliced 5 tbs low sodium vegetable or chicken broth, 1 tbs lemon juice, 1 cloves garlic. Chopped 1/2 tbs extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2 3 4. Chop garlic and let it sit for 5 minutes to bring out its health-promoting properties. Heat 3 tbs of broth in a large skillet. When broth begins to steam, add mushrooms and cook for 2 minutes, stirring frequently. Add 5 tbs of broth and sliced cabbage and cook for 5 more minutes. Transfer to a bowl. For more flavor, toss vegetables with the remaining ingredients while they are still hot. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 127.84 calories, saturated fat 6.01, protein 4.52 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 23.02 g, 6.05 g, 0.31 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 189.5.7 g, calcium 4.12 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 131.36 mg, 713.83 mg, 145.7 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting. Mediterranean hummus. This Middle Eastern dish adds a great appetizer or snack to your healthy weight loss menu. Rich in protein and dietary fiber, it helps curb your hunger and keeps you feeling satisfied between meals. Ingredients: 2 cups cooked garbanzo beans, or 15 ounces can, 2 tbs low sodium chicken broth, 1 tbs plus 2 tbs extra virgin olive oil, 2 cloves garlic, chopped 1 tbs tahini, sesame butter, 1 tbs lemon juice, salt and pepper to taste. Directions: 1 2. Blend garbanzo beans, chicken broth, 1 tbs extra virgin olive oil, garlic, tahini, and lemon juice in blender or food processor. Add the 2 tbs olive oil a little at a time through the feed hole as the mixture is blending. Season to taste with salt and pepper. Serve each serving of hummus with crudité. Serve 6 nutritional profile: calories 143.5 calories, saturated fat 10.96, protein 4.48 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 11.35 g, 2.99 g, 0.06 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 190.19 g, calcium 9.33 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 37.7 mg, 156.86 mg, 2.27 mg. Recipes: desserts. 10-minute fresh berry dessert with yogurt and chocolate. Healthy weight loss is not about deprivation, so a tasty dessert is a great way to treat yourself, and it's nutritious too. Ingredients: 1 8 ounces basket fresh strawberries or raspberries, 8 ounces non-fat vanilla yogurt, 2 ounces net WT dark chocolate. Directions: 1 2 3. Fold together berries and yogurt. Melt chocolate in a double boiler with heat on medium. Place berries and yogurt in individual bowls and drizzle with melted chocolate. For a more formal presentation, you may want to pour a pool of yogurt on a plate and place berries on top of pool. Drizzle chocolate over berries. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 269.4 calories, saturated fat 52.2, protein 8.26 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 43.96 g, 6.06 g, 0.75 g, insoluble fiber. Fat, total cholesterol 191.3.42 g, calcium 8.08 g, potassium 1.82 mg, sodium 224.87 mg, 352.03 mg, 136.24 mg. Healthy weight loss without dieting. 5-minute ginger pineapple fruit is a great way to satisfy your sweet tooth without adding many calories to your weight loss plan. The ginger adds a zing to this recipe, which contains only 58 calories and is an excellent source of vitamin C and manganese. Ingredients: 1/2 medium pineapple, 1 teaspoon finely minced fresh ginger. Directions: 1 2. Cut pineapple into 1-inch chunks. Combine pineapple and minced ginger in a bowl and refrigerate for 1/2 hour. Serves 2 healthy cooking tips, best eaten within an hour. Nutritional profile: calories 58.4 calories, saturated fat 0.14, protein 0.68 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 15.29 g, 1.7 g, insoluble fiber, fat, total cholesterol 192 g, calcium 0.16 g, potassium 0 mg, sodium 15.69 mg, 144.83 mg, 1.47 mg. Recipes: desserts. 10-minute orange treat. This easy to prepare dessert is a great example of how a dessert can be flavorful, nutritious, and low in calories. You get tangy flavor and a rich source of fiber and vitamin for only 82 calories. Ingredients: 1/2 teaspoon grated lemon rind, *1/2 tbs fresh lemon juice, 2 tbs honey, 2-1/2 tbs non-fat yogurt, 2 medium oranges optional, top with orange zest. Directions: 1 2 3 4. In a small bowl, whisk lemon rind, lemon juice, and honey until the honey is incorporated. Add yogurt and whisk thoroughly. Peel and separate the individual sections of the orange. Be sure to remove the membrane covering from each section. Cut the sections into thirds crosswise. Place in 2 dessert bowls. Spoon sauce over the oranges. Use an organic lemon for zest, if possible. Serves 2 nutritional profile: calories 143.41 calories, saturated fat 0, protein 1.87 g, carbohydrates, dietary fiber, soluble fiber 40.35 g, 7.11 g, 0.02 g, insoluble fiber, fat, total cholesterol 193, 0.05 g, calcium 0 g, potassium 0.39 mg, sodium 85.65 mg, 16.55 mg, 11.46 mg. Section 4: Healthy Weight Loss Q&As. 194 Healthy Weight Loss Q&As. Q&A 1. What is the role of calorie intake in weight management? The relationship between calorie intake and weight management has always been a controversial one. Within the general U.S. public, the number of people who have tried calorie counting as a means of weight loss and failed is surely a very high number. In some ways it is similar to trying to decrease your cholesterol levels. Eating less cholesterol-containing foods does not guarantee your blood cholesterol levels will decrease. It should not be surprising that calorie counting has always been a topic of controversy in the field of nutrition. The concept of a calorie is one that is difficult to understand. When organizations like the American Heart Association, American Diabetes Association, and American Dietetic Association all endorse approaches to weight loss that focus, in part, on calorie counting and calorie intake, it is not surprising that these public health recommendations are frequently misunderstood or misinterpreted. What is a calorie? In simplest terms, a calorie isn't any kind of thing whatsoever. Calories are not like proteins, or carbohydrates, or vitamins, or any kind of nutrient. You can find protein in food. You can find vitamins in food. Yet, you cannot find a calorie in any food at all. Calories do not exist in that way. Calories are units of measurement. They are like inches, miles, ounces, degrees of temperature, pounds, tons, gallons, and acres. They are just a way of understanding how much of something is present. In the case of calories, this something is energy. The amount of energy associated with any set of events can be measured in terms of calories. Calories don't have to involve food. For example, there are a specific number of calories that any electrical wire can carry. 195 Healthy weight loss without dieting, without catching fire. There are a specific number of calories that strike the earth each day in the form of sunlight. Calories are not found in food. They are only related to food insofar as food has the potential to be measured as a form of energy. Can food calories be accurately measured? Hundreds of internet websites post lists of foods and calories. The U.S. Department of Agriculture publishes a searchable online database, http://www.nal.usda.gov/fnic/foodcomp/search, with calorie information on thousands of food. Is the information provided by the USDA and other websites accurate? Unfortunately, the answer is both yes and no. Yes, there are solid scientific studies using real foods and real laboratory conditions to support the specific calorie numbers that appear in the USDA database and in other published lists of food and calories. This research can be very high quality, sophisticated, and scientifically sound. But it is research based on laboratory analysis, not research based on the passage of real food through a person's digestive tract. Unless food gets digested, it cannot provide us with any calories, energy. When food calories are measured in a lab, a device called a bomb calorimeter is used. This device measures energy in the form of heat. Within this device, a highly oxygenated, sealed chamber containing a food sample is floated in water. An electrical current is used to ignite the food-oxygen mixture, and as it burns, the water surrounding the floating chamber heats up. The number of calories in the food is determined by the change in water temperature. A high-calorie food gets the water hotter by releasing more heat energy than a low-calorie one. The human body, of course, is not nearly as simple as a lab device. We don't digest food by setting it on fire. We digest chemically, and our biochemistry is highly individual, in fact, unique. The calories of energy we obtain, or don't obtain, from food can vary significantly, and some individuals are better matched to one kind of food versus 196 healthy weight loss and as another. Even though calories can be measured accurately in a lab where they appear to be a fixed attribute of food, once we get inside a living person, and a uniquely biochemical digestive tract, all bets are off when it comes to a rigid set of calorie predictions. How is weight related to energy? Our body weight consists of three main components: water, muscle mass, and fat mass. With respect to water weight, we're usually within the vicinity of 60% total weight. A person weighing 150 pounds would be expected to contain about 60% of those pounds, or 90 pounds, in the form of water. Living, moving, staying warm, and all other body functions require energy. At least some of this energy must come to us daily in the form of food. Other portions of this energy can come from combustion of fat in our fat cells. If our bodies need more energy than we provide ourselves through food, our bodies obtain this needed energy from stored fat. In certain situations, including emergency situations, our bodies also use starches stored in our muscles and liver and proteins found in the muscles themselves. When any component of our total body weight goes down, water, muscle, or fat, while the other components remain steady, we lose weight. When one component goes up to the same extent that another goes down, we remain the same weight. Over time, if our bodies require more energy than we provide ourselves through food, we always lose weight. This always cannot be measured in terms of hours, or even a few days. But over the course of time, it is not possible for us to remain the same weight if we maintain the same percent water weight and expend more energy than our digested food provides. Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and calories. The laboratory-based rules in nutrition have always been simple. Proteins and carbohydrates have traditionally been said to contain 4 calories per gram. Fats have been said to contain 9 calories per gram. 197 Healthy weight loss without dieting. This calorie-based description of the 3 primary macronutrients has been used as the basis for dozens of weight loss programs, especially programs that advocate low-fat, reduced calorie intake. These programs are based on sound science, but once again, the science is laboratory science, not human digestive tract science. The reasoning behind these low-fat, calorie-based approaches to weight loss has been simple. Why risk consumption of one macronutrient type, fat, when that nutrient type contains more than twice as many calories, 9 per gram, as the other 2 basic types, protein and carbohydrate at 4 per gram? While this reasoning seems sound in terms of the mathematics, the successful weight loss experience of many individuals on high-fat, low-carbohydrate diets has seemed to contradict it. But there is not really a contradiction here at all. Individuals are not identical in their digestion. They are differently matched to different foods. Some individuals clearly do better on higher fat, lower carbohydrate diets even if those diets contain the exact same number of calories as higher carbohydrate, lower fat diets. Figuring out the best dietary balance for your weight management, especially the best balance of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, is important. It's also a task that is separate from the task of counting calories. Do calories matter? If human digestion of food is so individualized and different from the laboratory analyses, do the lab analyses of food calories really matter? Yes, they do. No matter how well matched you are to your weight management meal plan, you simply cannot lose weight if you do not pay any attention whatsoever to calorie intake. You cannot lose weight if your body digests food and releases the exact same amount of energy from the food needed to maintain your muscle mass, fat mass, and water weight. In this sense, calories definitely matter. Paying attention to calories is worthwhile. But counting calories isn't the whole story, and it doesn't take the place of health-promoting nutrients that you need to burn fat. The key is that you need more nutrients and fewer calories. 198 Healthy Weight Loss Q&As Q&A 2, Why are organic foods important to healthy weight loss? As you know, I am a big proponent of organically grown foods. I believe that they remain your best bet for avoiding food contaminants and optimizing your nutrient intake. But what about weight loss? Are organically grown foods better not only for nourishment, but also for losing or managing weight? While there are no research studies comparing weight loss on an organic food diet versus weight loss while consuming non-organic food, there are bits and pieces of evidence in two areas that have convinced me that it is important to pay increased attention to the benefits of organics when you want to lose weight healthfully. The first area of evidence involves food contaminants. During periods when we are trying to lose weight, some health risks that would ordinarily not be bothersome can end up posing a significant risk. Toxicity risk from environmental pollutants and food contaminants falls into this category. Research studies have shown that levels of toxins in our bloodstream and tissues can increase during periods of weight loss. In addition, normal metabolic patterns used to detoxify pollutants can become challenged during these periods of time. The strict rules that apply to production of organic foods dramatically reduce levels of food pollutants, including pesticides, solvents, and heavy metals. These substances can be especially risky when we are following a weight loss diet. During weight loss, we borrow more heavily upon our body stores of nutrients. We use fat in our fat cells for energy. That's one of the primary ways we lose weight, and body fat. But we may also move more minerals in and out of our bones, or more amino acids in and out of our muscles. Even though our body may be getting smaller in dimension and weight during weight loss, the load upon our metabolism can increase greatly. If we've stored up any heavy metals, like lead, in our bones, or fat, 199 Healthy weight loss without dieting soluble toxins, like solvents and some pesticides, in our fat cells. These toxins may be released from their storage spots during weight loss. Our liver and kidneys will be called on to respond to this challenge with more active detoxification, and that challenge in turn will call for more energy and more nutrients. Weight loss is a period of time when we need to get the most from the least. Weight loss means that we are giving ourselves less food, but simultaneously asking our body to do more metabolically. From a nutritional standpoint, we are placing special premium on the food we do choose to eat. In fact, this reduced amount of food has to accomplish more from a nutritional and metabolic standpoint. Once again, organic food is the ticket to success when it comes to getting the most nutrients from the least amount of food. From a research standpoint, there continues to be debate over the nutritional differences between organic versus non-organic food. Although a research comparison of organic versus non-organic food seems like a fairly straightforward proposition, nutritional differences of this kind are not always that easy to determine. However, given all of the research studies that we have seen over the past 20 years of research, we believe that the overall evidence clearly shows better nutrient composition in organic versus non-organic food. On average, we believe that this difference falls into the range of 10 to 20% more available nutrients in organically grown food. We can get more nutrients from the calories we spend, or even cut back on our food without losing nutrients. That's critical at a time when we are challenging our body's metabolism. Even though you may be emphasizing more fresh fruits and vegetables during a time of weight loss, remember that the benefits of organics aren't limited to these food groups. Nuts, seeds, olive oil, legumes, whole grains, lean meats, and low-fat dairy products will all improve the healthiness of your weight loss if they have been organically grown/raised. 200 Healthy Weight Loss Q&As Q&A 3, What causes us to overeat? Overeating is an extremely common problem that most everyone has faced at some point in their relationship with food. We overeat for an infinite number of different reasons that range from stress to pleasure to prolonged nutrient deficiency. But there are also some common patterns in overeating, and being aware of these patterns can be helpful for taking steps in another direction. Emotional overeating. Our moods can definitely contribute to our risk of overeating. Research studies in this area repeatedly show that negative moods result in greater risk of overeating. These negative moods can include fear, sadness, anger, resentment, frustration, and stress. Sometimes a diet can trigger a negative mood all by itself if the daily food plan is too restrictive, or not enjoyable, or lacking in creativity. One of the reasons I have confidence in the weight-lowering ability of the world's healthiest foods is the enjoyment we get from eating them. With fresh, whole, natural foods and delicious recipes that are simple to prepare, you are likely to lower your risk of a negative mood triggered by diet alone. Of course, for other sources of negative moods like work problems, or relationship problems, or ongoing stress, it's important to start working out better lifestyle solutions in these areas. External overeating. In a nutshell, external overeating means overeating as a result of too much emphasis on food stimuli that are all around you. We live in a culture that surrounds itself with food, not only in gas station food marts and community gatherings but also in television commercials, billboards, and advertising of every kind. The more wrapped up we get in these cues, the more likely we are to overeat. In research studies of external overeating, the presence of fast foods, convenience, 201 healthy weight loss without dieting foods, and other instantly available prepackaged foods is linked with the tendency to overeat. The world's healthiest foods, while very simple to obtain and prepare, are not instantly available. Enjoying them as the main components of your daily meal plan takes a little bit of effort. This little bit of effort may in fact pay big dividends by limiting your risk of external overeating. Restriction-triggered overeating. The best researched pattern when it comes to overeating may be the pattern that is referred to as restriction-triggered overeating. In this pattern, there is basically a rebellion that goes on inside of us when we have put too severe limits on the foods we allow ourselves to eat. The more unreasonably we restrict ourselves, the greater our risk of overeating. In some cases, researchers have speculated that a specific region of our brain, called the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, VMPFC, may be involved in this pattern of restriction-triggered overeating. The VMPFC is partially responsible for our ability to consider long-term consequences when making an immediate decision. Individuals with damage to this region of their brain more often make decisions that focus only on the here and now, without figuring out how to make long-term consequences work to their advantage. Overly restrictive diets may put us in the exact same kind of predicament. We will tend to forget about the long-term aspects of weight loss and lifelong health and instead think only about all of the foods we've missing out on in the past 24 hours. The healthy weight loss eating plan not only avoids overly restrictive eating, but actually encourages daily meal plans that feel normal, natural, tasty, and freely chosen. Overeating due to misjudgment. Overeating does not necessarily mean huge portion sizes that look ridiculously large on your plate. It does not necessarily mean second or third helpings either. When it comes to weight management, most people have a difficult time estimating the amount of food they are 202 healthy weight loss Q&As eating. A fairly small error in judgment can be the difference between weight loss and weight gain. For example, let's say you consume a salad 5 days each week, and you think you are using 1 tablespoon of oil and vinegar dressing on the salad when in fact you are using 2 tablespoons. Over the course of 1 year, This difference of 1 tablespoon will add up to 31,200 calories or 9 pounds of weight. The subtle nature of overeating. Most individuals do not overeat by consuming vast amounts of food that look ridiculous to the naked eye. They overeat by making fairly small errors in judgment about portion size. A 20-calorie mistake each day can result in a weight gain of approximately 1 pound every 6 months, and a 20-calorie mistake is exceptionally easy to make. For example, since a single cashew nut contains about 10 calories, a person who ate 12 cashew nuts each day and believed that he or she only ate 10 nuts would be a person 20 calories off, and 1 pound heavier every 6 months. Overeating is partly natural. Eating too much of a tasty food is not only common but also natural. It's natural to want more when a food is delicious. If you judge strictly by the response of your taste buds, you've got a good chance of overeating. That's why I always focus on the issue of nutrient richness when I recommend the world's healthiest foods as the mainstay of your weight loss plan. In addition to delicious taste, I know that an optimal supply of nutrients is critical for avoidance of overeating. No foods can provide you with a greater variety of nutrients or a greater quantity of nutrients than the world's healthiest foods. 203 Healthy weight loss without dieting. Q&A 4. How is the healthy weight loss eating plan similar to the Mediterranean diet? The healthy weight loss eating plan is the result of my decades of traveling and researching the foods consumed by populations throughout the world. It is an extension of my healthiest way of eating that is specifically geared towards those who are looking to shed extra pounds. There are many cultures whose diets may afford them good health. Yet, when it comes to an easily adoptable way of eating that features inherently good-for-you foods as well as a reverence for the way that good food can contribute to health and happiness, I feel that there is no better model than the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet is a term used to describe the food intake patterns of individuals living in the Mediterranean region, for example, those in the Greek island of Crete as well as Italy, Spain, Portugal, and southern France. In addition to olive oil, the Mediterranean diet focuses on fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, fish, nuts, seeds, and legumes/beans, food groups at the foundation of the world's healthiest foods and the healthy weight loss eating plan. Before I continue, it's important to point out that the diet in Mediterranean diet means the routine foodways of a culture, the foods and beverages that they regularly consume. Although the Mediterranean diet and the healthy weight loss eating plan that it has inspired can lead to weight loss, the inclusion of the term diet doesn't inherently infer restriction of food intake for the purpose of losing weight, the other common meaning of this word. Decades ago, when scientists began studying the cultures along the Mediterranean Sea, they found that they had lower rates of disease and longer lifespans than many other populations. The scientists' 204 healthy weight loss Q&As deduced that diet was a major contributor to the Mediterranean people's superior health, including lower rates of heart disease and cancer, laying the foundation for further research that has identified other health benefits and helped to pinpoint the contribution of specific foods highlighted in the Mediterranean diet. While these health benefits are widely touted as the reason to follow a Mediterranean-inspired diet, there is another benefit that is less well known. It turns out that those who follow the Mediterranean diet have less of a chance of becoming obese than those who follow a typical Western-style diet. For example, a study published in 2006 in the medical journal Nutrition found that those who adhered to a Mediterranean-style diet were 51% less likely to be obese than those whose diet didn't resemble this healthy way of eating. Mediterranean diet adherents have also been found to have lower levels of systemic inflammation, since inflammation is an outcome of obesity, and reducing inflammation is a very important facet of a healthy approach to weight loss. A Mediterranean-style diet can also be beneficial to healthy weight loss because of its anti-inflammatory benefits. Q&A 5. What are the other qualities that make a food one of the world's healthiest foods? While nutrient richness is a defining feature of the world's healthiest foods, I felt that it was very important that these foods also be easily accessible. They had to be foods that you could find in natural food stores and supermarkets. For example, the vegetable purslane, a staple in dishes served along the Mediterranean, is very nutrient-rich, including being a source of hard-to-find omega-3s, yet, I felt that it wouldn't be of much service to include it in the list of the world's healthiest foods, even though it may be one of the world's healthiest foods, and emphasize it in the healthy weight loss, without dieting, since most people in the US do not readily have access to 205 healthy weight loss without dieting this food, as it is yet to be available in many food markets. The criterion of accessibility also includes a food's price. I wanted to ensure that the world's healthiest foods not be prohibitive so that they could be regularly included in your diet. For example, while pomegranates are filled with health-supportive phytonutrients, it is not uncommon to pay $3 US for one organically grown pomegranate. This is the reason that this fruit is not included on the list. Another characteristic of a world's healthiest foods is that it is a common food that can be incorporated into a range of recipes rather than a superfood that is more likely to be enjoyed on its own. This is one of the reasons that a food such as goji berries is not included. While the foods in the world's healthiest foods list should serve as your foundation, it's important to note that your diet need not be limited to them. For example, if you have a favorite fruit, or vegetable, or nut, or seafood that is not included on the list, by all means please continue to enjoy it as a routine part of your healthy weight loss. Q&A 6. What is the difference between nutrient-rich and energy-rich foods? Nutrient-rich foods aren't the same as energy-rich foods, although these two terms sound very similar. It's not nutrients per se that give us energy. From the standpoint of nutrition, the term energy is actually synonymous with calories. High-calorie foods can be metabolized in our cells to provide us with a large amount of energy. Low-calorie foods cannot provide us with much energy in terms of calories. They help support our metabolism in an infinite number of ways, but they cannot provide our muscles and organs with the get up and go they need to get us through our day. As in all health-related matters, it's a question of balance here. We 206 healthy weight loss Q&As need enough energy-rich foods to give us the caloric energy for our get up and go, and we need enough nutrient-rich foods to support our metabolism while we're on the move. I can make it easy for you to lock into an optimal mix of energy-rich and nutrient-rich. Actually, I don't have to do much at all, because the world of natural, whole foods has done it for me. The world's healthiest foods approach is not only nutrient-rich, but it balances out energy richness by including energy-rich foods, like nuts and seeds and olive oil, in your regular meal plan, but also watching out for the overall amount included, especially in recipes and stovetop cooking, since I don't recommend cooking with oil. I don't let energy richness get out of hand, but I don't forbid myself to use energy-rich foods in any of my recipes or meals. At the same time, I focus heavily on the nutrient-rich foods that are lower energy in terms of calories, most importantly, fresh vegetables. I use these foods generously in my weight loss approach, and they are a key component for balancing out your overall weight loss. Q&A 7. Is my attitude towards weight loss important? The aspect of weight loss that many fad diets overlook does not typically involve food selection, but rather, weight loss attitudes and approaches to the experience of weight loss itself. Although weight loss attitudes and weight loss approaches may not seem nearly as important as food selections during weight loss, scientific research tells us otherwise. Put most simply, weight loss only seems to work when we treat it like part of our everyday lives. Over and over, studies show that when we step out of our lives to lose weight, our success is temporary at best. Our weight loss under these circumstances may last for months, but never for years and years. 207 Healthy weight loss without dieting. What does it mean, to step out of our lives? On many weight loss diets, it means giving up one of the most natural of human pleasures, the pleasure of eating. It means giving up the delicious tastes and aromas of food, giving up the pleasures of robust, shared meals with family and friends, and giving up our very self-determination with respect to food choices and food portion sizes. Many weight loss diets ask us to temporarily step out of our lives and to turn our lives completely over to a predetermined script not of our making. We are often asked to build our breakfasts, lunches, and dinners around pre-packaged foods that we didn't select, cook, or even choose from a list of favorites. By letting someone else make all of these decisions for us, and by stepping out of our normal role as human beings whose everyday lives include the joys of eating, we are told that our chances of losing weight will improve. Research studies repeatedly show that weight loss works best when we practice self-determination and self-regulation in our everyday food choices, when we enjoy the foods we eat, and when we make healthy lifestyle choices at every step along the way during weight loss. Here is one very specific but telling example from a fascinating study that compared intake of solid versus liquid foods in obese and non-obese individuals. In this study, risk of excess calorie intake was studied in 40 participants who alternated between consumption of a variety of foods in both solid and liquid form. On the solid side were foods like watermelon, cheese, and coconut meat. On the liquid side were foods like watermelon juice, cow's milk, and coconut milk. In this study, half of the participants were obese and half were healthy in body weight. Interestingly, the risk of consuming excess calories was only modestly greater in the obese versus healthy weight participants. What overshadowed the role of body weight in this study was the role of food texture and food form, liquid versus solid. Participants were most likely to overeat when consuming liquids versus solids regardless of whether the food involved was a high-carb food, watermelon, a high-protein food, dairy, or high-fat food. 208 Healthy Weight Loss Q&As, coconut. From my perspective, it's not surprising that liquids left these participants wanting more. The crunchy and chewy and indescribable textures of food are part of our eating enjoyment. Without these amazing textures and without the relaxed savoring of our food through chewing, we feel like we've been robbed. It's difficult to overstate the benefits of normal, everyday life circumstances for healthy and successful weight loss. We've reviewed studies that look at the family index, studies that examine social support groups, and studies that focus on flexibility in dietary restraint. All of these studies point to one inescapable conclusion: the more we bring our everyday lives including family, friends, and social networks into our weight loss strategy, the better our chances of success. And when we give ourselves permission to be human and to make some mistakes while enjoying the natural pleasures of food, we optimize our weight loss chances. There is actually one new approach to weight loss called the HAES approach, health at every size, that has evolved to capture some aspects of the attitude described above. In the HAES approach to weight loss, individuals become health-centered rather than weight-centered. Instead of stepping out of their lives to follow some temporary and unfamiliar diet plan, individuals step further into their lives by focusing on long-term lifestyle habits. They also insist on being healthy and living a healthy lifestyle regardless of their body size on any given day. This is resonant with my perspectives related to the healthy weight loss. Without dieting, it's not a diet but a way of life where you enjoy delicious tasting nutrient-rich foods. As you can see from all of the examples described above, our weight loss attitudes are just as important as the foods we choose to eat. While making a place for low-calorie, nutrient-rich foods in our weight loss diet, we must also make room for ourselves. 209 Healthy Weight Loss Without Dieting Q&A 8, can you help me further solve the mystery of weight gain? If you are someone who has struggled with weight management, you are very likely to have scratched your head at some point in your life when you gained weight without any apparent rhyme or reason. From a research perspective, the ease with which many people gain weight can be explained by two basic factors: 1, the fact that we're human, and 2, energy balance. Let's take the human part first. In the world of weight loss research, you'll find a long list of scientific terms that have been invented to describe our humanness in managing our weight. Researchers talk about flexible cognitive restraint, reduced food disinhibition, and decreased food cue susceptibility when analyzing weight loss patterns. But what do these terms really mean? Flexible cognitive restraint means that we sometimes stick with our weight loss plan, but other times we do not. When our thinking tells us to avoid a certain food, sometimes we do and sometimes we don't. According to researchers, we need to be flexible in these situations. Reduced food disinhibition means that when we violate our own weight loss rules, we still don't want to go crazy and eat everything in sight. Decreased food cue susceptibility means that the mere sight and smell of a food must not always lure us into eating it. All of these terms are ways of describing our human nature as human beings. We not only take pleasure in our lives, including the pleasure that comes from food, but we also make mistakes and feel overwhelmed in some situations. The research on weight gain says that weight gain is a natural part of our human experience. Sometimes we gain weight easily simply because we are human. A second factor in easy weight gain is energy balance, or more precisely, the delicate nature of energy balance for many individuals. 210 healthy weight loss Q&As every moment of every day. Our bodies need energy to keep going. Energy is needed not only to move our muscles, but also to keep us breathing, keep our heart beating, maintain our body temperature, and to allow for many other bodily functions. Each day, we need to consume sufficient energy in the form of food to fuel these bodily functions. For many individuals, however, this energy amount is relatively small and may often fall into the range of 1,500 to 1,800 calories per day. If an individual requiring 1,500 calories worth of food consumes 1,500 calories worth of food, all is well and energy balance is maintained. But if 1,600 calories worth of food are consumed, energy balance is lost. In this hypothetical example involving the consumption of 100 extra calories per day, not much weight would be gained in a single day, or even over the course of a week. But over the course of an entire year, this daily difference of 100 calories would add up to a 10-pound weight gain. That's a very delicate balance. Especially in the case of processed foods or fried foods, few of us could accurately determine the difference between a 600-calorie meal and a 700-calorie meal. Physical exercise is also involved in our energy needs, but in slightly different way than you might expect. While it is true that physical exercise directly burns calories and increases our energy needs in this way, it burns surprisingly few calories in the lives of many individuals. Leisurely paced walking, for example, tends to burn no more than 5 calories per minute for many adults. While that amount is important, it only translates into 100 calories of energy burning per 20 minutes of leisurely walking, or approximately the same amount of calories found in 1 tablespoon of dry roasted nuts. In other words, 20 minutes of leisurely walking doesn't buy us very much room for additional food intake, while still maintaining energy balance. According to energy balance research, what is more important about physical exercise is its role in building and maintaining our muscle mass. Since muscle tissue is a relatively active type of tissue in our 211 healthy weight loss without dieting body, building our muscle mass tends to increase our energy needs. When added together, these two weight gain factors, being human and maintaining a delicate energy balance, help explain why weight gain comes so easily to many individuals. Even with some physical activity, many individuals have very little room to work within their allotted calorie intake. This delicate balance is easily upset because all of us are human, get overwhelmed at times, and make very human mistakes. From a research perspective, the difficulty of weight loss for many individuals is explained by the same two factors that account for ease of weight gain: 1. The fact that we're human, and 2. Energy balance. Let's go back to the example already discussed of a person whose energy balance allows consumption of only 1,500 calories per day. If that person wants to lose weight, he or she will need to burn up more than 1,500 calories on a daily basis or consume 100 fewer calories each day. Here we have the weight gain situation in reverse. Instead of gaining 10 pounds per year while consuming 100 extra calories each day, a person is losing 10 pounds per year while consuming 100 fewer calories each day, or burning up 100 more calories. By burning up 100 extra calories each day, this person could expect to see about 10 pounds of weight loss per year. 10 pounds per year is less than 1 pound per month. Now imagine following a weight loss diet for 30 days and then stepping on the scale only to find a weight loss of only 1 pound. And think how particularly troublesome this result would be if you did not like the weight loss diet you were following, or if you felt like your weight loss diet was preventing you from living your everyday life. This is yet another reason why it's important not to think short-term, as we do when we are on a diet, but to undertake a way of eating for our lifetime that is healthful and enjoyable and that can lead to long-term and lasting weight loss. 212 Appendix 1 The World's Healthiest Foods Quality Rating System Methodology. The world's healthiest foods quality rating system methodology. In order to quantify the nutrient richness of each of the world's healthiest foods in this ebook, the World's Healthiest Foods book, and the whfoods.org website, a team of top nutritionists and I designed the world's healthiest foods quality rating system. This rating system qualifies foods as excellent, very good and good sources of nutrients, providing you with a simple, yet reliable, way to determine the nutritional attributes of a food. These quality descriptions don't just take a food's nutrient contribution into consideration, rather, they evaluate this nutrient contribution in relationship to the amount of calories a food contains. This way you can evaluate foods in terms of their ability to maximize your intake of important nutrients without having to exceed your individual caloric intake goals. To help you better understand the categorization of foods as excellent, very good or good sources of a particular nutrient, I want to provide you with some background as to how these quality ratings were derived. Rating system categories. We began with a computerized analysis of the nutritional contents of the world's healthiest foods using the nutritional analysis software. 213 Healthy Weight Loss Without Dieting Food Processor for Windows, Escher Research, Salem, Oregon, USA. In other words, we started with a food like carrots, and we analyzed how much vitamin C, vitamin A, zinc, protein, etc. that food contained in one commonly eaten serving. For each food we found the percent daily value, DV, contribution of each nutrient, as well as the food servings percent DV contribution of calories. For more on DV, see below. The comparison of the two became the density, and is the first, and most important, part of the formula to determine the food's quality rating. We then picked a simple, three-category system for rating all foods: excellent, very good, and good. The definitions of these rating qualifications are as follows: excellent density equals 7.6 and very good density equals 3.4 and good density equals 1.5 and DV equals 10% or DV equals 5% or DV equals 2.5% or DV equals 75% DV equals 50% DV equals 25%. In reality, the goal that each individual should strive for in terms of daily nutrient and caloric intake varies depending upon his or her personal needs. Yet, to help individuals meet their nutritional needs, government agencies have created standard recommendations for intake. The most up-to-date ones in the U.S. are those created by the Institute of Medicine and are known as the Dietary Reference Intakes, DRIs. Yet, since these DRIs can have many values for each nutrient, varying by age, gender, and whether a woman is pregnant or lactating, we chose not to use these as our daily value, DV, standard. Rather, for most nutrients we chose to use the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's reference values for nutrition labeling as our standard for DVS. These are the values used by food manufacturers in the food facts portion of their product's label. For other nutrients, such as for those where there were no reference values, we derived a DV based upon the latest research or opinion of nutrition science experts. With respect to omega-3 fatty acids, for example, we adopted the standards set forth in a 1999 workshop conducted at the National Institutes of Health, NIH. The workshop 214 The World's Healthiest Foods Quality Rating System Methodology. Participants who included prestigious contributors in the field of nutrition science including Artemis Simopoulos, MD, Alexander Leaf, MD, and Norman Salem, Jr., Ph.D. concluded that at least 1.2% of daily calories should come from omega-3 fatty acids, including 1% from alpha-linolenic acid and 0.1% each from EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. When translated into the context of an 1,800 calorie diet, This workshop standard represented a recommendation of 2.4 grams of omega-3 fatty acids per day, which we adopted as our food and recipe rating system standard, given that we use 1,800 calories as the reference diet for the rating system. The 1,800 calories chosen as the reference diet is based upon the Institute of Medicine's recommendation for sedentary women, age 31-50. Total nutrient richness chart. Once the density ratings for each food were calculated, I wanted to create a quantitative way that each food's density could be compared. This was the number that was to become the total nutrient richness, featured on page 41. The number is a reflection of how many excellent, very good and good ratings a food had. Each excellent was assigned a value of 4, each very good a value of 2 and each good a value of 1. These were added together to arrive at the total nutrient richness score. 215 Healthy weight loss without dieting. Appendix 2 Additional testimonials. Dear Mr. Madaljan, I have been doing my own research on health and nutrition for almost a year now, and I received a copy of your book for Christmas last year. I was very impressed with the wealth of information you provided, and your book has become my new Bible. Because of you and the research I have done to date, my life has changed tremendously. I am 49 years old and have done a complete change in my lifestyle, and I am amazed at the difference it has made in my life. Since I have been following your food guidelines, I have also changed my life in the amount of exercise I do, the amount of water I drink, and I have also learned how to handle my stress better. I have lost weight, not that I really needed to, while I eat more. I have also found more energy and strength. But this is the best part. In 1991, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease after the birth of my daughter. They had me on steroids and taking 21 pills of Asacol for the first year. I am not a pill taker, I despise taking any kind of pills, so after the doctor weaned me off the steroids, I stopped taking all pills against his advice. From that point on, I was able to manage my Crohn's to some extent and suffered in silence when I would get flare-ups. Since I have changed my lifestyle, I have been completely symptoms-free for 6 months now. And for that reason, I wish to thank you very much. I also have your 300 Secrets book, and I am telling everyone about you and recommending your book. As a matter of fact, I think your book is one of the greatest gifts I could give anyone because it is the book of life. I look forward to your newsletter and to learning all you have teach me about nutrition, as I am far from being the expert that you are, LOL. I am a testament that your knowledge and information shared is priceless. Thank you again. I am one of your biggest fans. Mitch. 216 Additional testimonials. PS. I live in Alberta, Canada, and I am enrolling in a university course called Nutrition 101. I hope someday, I can make a difference in someone's life like you have made a difference in mine. Please keep up the good work and know that your efforts to educate people are not in vain. I just want to say I've been visiting WHF for a long time. I appreciate the fact that you get technical in the descriptions of foods. You don't dumb it down but instead explain and go into the science on a molecular level. I have lost 70 pounds, and kept it off, in the last 4 years by changing my exercise/eating habits, and the WH Foods list has been a huge help. I have more weight to lose, but by having a scientific understanding of the foods I eat, I'm confident I will reach my goal. Eleni, a new life. I just wanted to email to say that your book has truly changed my life. At 22 years old I had just graduated college and was a complete mess. My diet was terrible, I couldn't fall asleep, I was suffering from anxiety, and I weighed 184 pounds, which is a lot for someone of my height. My dad borrowed this book from his friend and I started flipping through it and found everything so interesting and appetizing. He quickly purchased it for me, and the day I got it I started with the diet plan. For 4 weeks straight I ate nothing but food from your book and I suddenly felt amazing. I can gladly say that now, with the help of your recipes plus yoga and Pilates, that I weigh 145 pounds. Not only did I lose weight but my entire metabolism changed. I no longer had any desire for sweets, or high-fat food, and the occasional time I do, I find that I don't gain weight as quickly. I have lost weight in the past from other diets but always gain it back once I go back to eating badly, but this is not a diet, it's a way of life. I swear by your book and make recipes for all my friends, and they are picky eaters and love them. For the first time in my life I feel so happy to just be me, my mood has completely changed, I'm motivated, I have confidence. I feel healthy. Not once do I feel deprived because, like I said, I don't have 217 healthy weight loss without dieting cravings anymore. My friends ask me how I do it and I tell them, it's all about the world's healthiest foods. I feel great and I'm still losing weight. Now I can't wait to get into that bridesmaid's dress. Thank you so much, for changing my life. Amy, I swapped hamburger for salmon. I ate shrimp instead of bologna. Red grapes make a great substitute for salad dressings. My thinking became, if you eat anything with enough broccoli or romaine lettuce, it will be okay. Fiber is my friend. All hail green tea. Cravings for foods I used to eat became virtually non-existent. My weight loss has been remarkably steady even as I branched out with occasional indulgences. I don't miss anything I used to eat. The world's healthiest foods has helped me truly appreciate that I am what I eat. Mary the First have lost around 24 pounds. I have lots more to go. My husband thinks it will take about another year and 1/2 to lose the rest of my weight. Anyway, your book and website have helped me a bunch. Sarah, I love and appreciate the site. I have been on a diet since December and lost 45 pounds. The site is incredibly useful in guiding me towards better foods. Mike, I've read a lot of your stuff and decided to eat more whole grains and eat fruit in between meals. The result was that I didn't get so hungry in between meals and I lost 30 pounds. When my body craves sweets, I know what it wants is sugar, and then I eat fruit instead. It always helps. DF 218 references Billy's, SK and Cowley. MA catecholamine reuptake inhibition causes weight loss by increasing locomotor activity and thermogenesis. Neuropsychopharmacology. 2007 August 8. Brandmiller J., 2005. International GI Database. Human Nutrition Unit, School of Molecular and Microbial Biosciences, University of Sydney, Sydney, Australia. Available online at www.glycemicindex.com. Bijspe, Feskens EJM, Schultz MBETAL. Fruit and vegetable intakes and subsequent changes in body weight in European populations, results from the Project on Diet, Obesity, and Genes, Diogenes. AMJ Clin Nutri 2009, 90, 1202-209. Cheskin LJ and Kahan S. Low carbohydrate and Mediterranean diets led to greater weight loss than a low-fat diet in moderately obese adults. Evid. Based Med, December 2008, 13, 176. Cummings, D.E. and Overdwin, J. Gastrointestinal Regulation of Food Intake. J. Clin Invest. 2007 Jan, 117, 113-23. Hello, W.S. and Bloom, S.R. Gastrointestinal Hormones and Regulation of Food Intake. Hormetab RES 2004 Nov 2004 December 31, 36, 11-12 846-51. Doucet, E., St. Pierre, S., Almaraz, N., Depre, J.P., Bouchard, C., and Tremblay, A. Evidence for the existence of adaptive thermogenesis during weight loss. B.R.J. Nudver. 2001 June, 85, 6715-23. Epstein L.H., Palak R.A., Beecher M.D.E.T.A.L. Increasing Healthy Eating versus Reducing High-Energy Dense Foods to Treat Pediatric Obesity. Obesity, 2008, 16, 318-326. 219 Healthy Weight Loss Without Dieting. Field A.E., Haynes J., Rossner BETAL weight control behaviors and subsequent weight change among adolescents and young adult females. AMJ Klin 2009 November 4. EPUB ahead of print flood A, Mitchell N., JEB METAL energy density and weight change in a long-term weight loss trial. INT JBHOB Nutrophysics Act. 2009 OG 14, 6:57. Furlow EA and Anderson JW. A systematic review of targeted outcomes associated with a medically supervised commercial weight loss program. JAM Diet Association 2009 OG, 109, 814-17-21. Greenberg I, Stamp for MJU, Swartz-Fuchs DETAL Adherence and Success in Long-Term Weight Loss Diets, The Dietary Intervention Randomized Controlled Trial, Direct. Journal of the American College of Nutrition, Volume 28, Number 2, 159-168, 2009. Halton, T.L. and Hu, F.B. The Effects of High-Protein Diets on Thermogenesis, Satiety and Weight Loss, A Critical Review. JAM Kalnudver. 2004 Oct. 23, 5373-85. Kant AK and Graubard by. Energy density of diets reported by American adults, association with food group intake, nutrient intake, and body weight. International Journal of Obesity, 2005, 29, 950-956. Kumanuka SK, Wadden Ta, Schultz JETAL Trial of Family and Friend Support for Weight Loss in African American Adults. Arch Intern Med 2009 Oct 26, 169, 1917-95-804. Larson N.I., Neumarks Tainer D., and Story M. Weight Control Behaviors and Dietary Intake Among Adolescents and Young Adults, Longitudinal Findings from Project EAP. JAM Diet Association 2009 Nov. 109, 11-1869-77. Mata J., Silva M.N., Vieira P.N.E.T.A.L. Motivational Spillover During Weight Control, Increased Self-Determination and Exercise Intrinsic 220 References Motivation Predict Eating Self-Regulation. Health Cycle 2009 Nov. 28, 6709-16. Mendez Ma, Popkin B.M., Yaxin P.E.T.A.L. Adherence to a Mediterranean diet is associated with reduced 3-year incidence of obesity. J. Nugr, November 2006, 136, 2934-2938. Mendoza, our Revised International Table of Glycemic Index, GI, and Glycemic Load, GL, Values, 2002. www.mendoza.com/gilists.htm Morio DM, Bresson J., Campbell WWETAL Effects of Food Form on Appetite and Energy Intake in Lean and Obese Young Adults. International Journal of Obesity, 2007, 31, 1688-1695. Neustadt M. Exercise and Weight Control. JKY Med Association 2009 Joule, 107, 7265-7. Felon S., Luti, Goran A. et al. What distinguishes weight loss maintainers from the treatment-seeking obese? Analysis of environmental, behavioral, and psychosocial variables in diverse populations. NBHOB Med 2009 October 22. EPUB ahead of print Provencher v. Begin C. Tremblay AETAL Health at Every Size and Eating Behaviors, 1-year follow-up results of a size acceptance intervention. JAM Diet Association 2009 Nov. 109, 11-1854-61. Quattromoni P.A., Pensina M., Cobain Mr. ETAL Dietary Quality Predicts Adult Weight Gain, Findings from the Framingham Offspring Study. Obesity, 2006, 14, 1383-1391. Romagara D., Nora T., Mao Tetal adherence to the Mediterranean diet is associated with lower abdominal adiposity in European men and women. Janudvar. 2009 Sep. 139, 917 2837. Sax FM, Bragi A, Carey VJ, et al. A Weight Loss Secret, Calories Matter. Comparison of weight loss diets with different compositions of fat, protein, and carbohydrates. New England Journal of Medicine 2009, 360:859-73. 221 Healthy Weight Loss Without Dieting. Savage J.S. and Birch L.L. Patterns of weight control strategies predict differences in women's 4-year weight gain. Obesity, Silver Spring. 2009 August 20. EPUB ahead of print. Savage J.S., Marini M., Birch L.L. ETAL Dietary Energy Density predicts women's weight change over 6Y. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Bethesda, September 1, 2008. Volume 88, ISS 3, PG 677-684. Shai, Swartz Fuchs D, Hankin YETAL Weight Loss with a Low Carbohydrate, Mediterranean, or Low Fat Diet. An English J. Med, July 2008, 359, 229-241. Shixian, Q, Van Cray, B, Shi, J, Kakuta, Y, and Zhang, Y. Green tea extract thermogenesis-induced weight loss by epigallocatechin gallate inhibition of catechol-methyltransferase. JMed Food. 2006 Winter, 9, 4451-8. Tassoni, F, Broglio, F, Janotti, L, Arvit, E, Gigo, E, and Macario, Emgrelin and other gastrointestinal peptides involved in the control of food intake. Many RevMed Chemistry 2007 Jan, 7, 147-53. Teixeira PJ, Silva MN, Coutinho SRETAL Mediators of Weight Loss and Weight Loss Maintenance in Middle-Aged Women. Obesity, Silver Spring. 2009 August 20. EPUB ahead of print. Tassoni, F, Broglio, F, Janotti, L, Arvit, E, Gigo, E, and Macario, Emgrelin and other gastrointestinal peptides involved in the control of food intake. Many RevMed Chemistry 2007 Jan, 7, 147-53. Tricopolue, Nasca A, Orphanos P, ETAL Mediterranean diet in relation to body mass index and waist-to-hip ratio, the Greek-European Perspective Investigation into Cancer and Nutrition Study AMJ Clinical Nutrition, November 2005, 82, 935-940. Williams PG, Grafenauer SJ, and O'Shea JE. Cereal Grains, Legumes, and Weight Management, a comprehensive review of the scientific evidence. Nugarev 2008 APR, 66, 4171-182. 222 Index A Energy Production, 61 Adenopectin, 73, 82 Energy-rich foods, 206-7 Adverse food reactions, 55 Exercise, 93, 211 Alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, 86 Appetizer satisfiers, 96, 127 F food allergies, 55 B beta oxidation, 22 G beverages, 128 George Madeljan Foundation, 226, 228-9 blood sugar balance, 70 blueberries, 39 glutamine, 66 glycemic index, definition, 75 glycemic index, values, 76-79 C calcium, 44 D green power side dish, 97 green tea, 64, 94 H daily value, DV, 32. 214 Health Valley Foods, 226 Dairy Allergy, 56 Healthier Lifestyle Tea, 94 Dietary Fiber, 66 Healthiest Way of Cooking, 18, 131 Digestive Health, 65 Healthy Sauté, 131 Docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, 86 Healthy weight loss eating plan, 91 High energy breakfast, 95, 119 E-hydroxyderosol, 86 eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, 86 elimination diet, 58 energizing snacks, 95 insulin resistance, 72 223 healthy weight loss without dieting breakfast and snacks, 135 to 141 leptin, 81 dinners. 156 to 169 liver health, 68 dips and side vegetables, page 170 to 190 desserts, 191 to 193 magnesium, 46 lunch and salads, 142 to 155 Mediterranean diet, 204 to 5 red wine, 129 metabolism, 18, 63 romaine lettuce, 37 ns nutrient, salads, 121, 126 deficiency, 51 salata, 96, 121 functions, 47 to 50 short chain fatty acids, 66 nutrient richness, 21, 30, slimming dinners, 96, 123 spinach, 35 sweet desserts, 97 olive oil, extra virgin, 86, 96 omega-3 fatty acids, 85, 214 to 5T organic foods. 68, 87, 199 to 200 thermogenesis, 63 overeating, 201 to 203 total nutrient richness chart, 41 PW phytonutrients, 32 water, 128 power lunch, 95, 120 wheat allergy, 57 prep tips, allium vegetables, 133 whole grain cereal, 119 prep tips, cruciferous vegetables, 134 whole wheat, page 43 RV recipes, vitamin D, 107 224 About the author. George Madeljan is a best-selling author and world-renowned expert on the healthiest way of eating and cooking. He is now celebrating 10 years of philanthropy and his dedication to help making this a healthier world. His website receives over 1 million visitors per month. George Madeljan has had a lifelong interest in food. From the time he was 5 years old, his favorite room in the house was the kitchen, where he watched as his mother lovingly spent hours preparing meals for the family. He still vividly remembers seeing a bowl full of ingredients transformed into dough that rose as if by magic. Then, after the dough went into the oven, he was tantalized by the fragrant aroma of it baking. He loved the wonderful look and taste of golden loaves of warm bread fresh from the oven. By watching food being prepared for many years, George learned to appreciate the way each season brought forth its own special foods, including fresh fruits and vegetables. In the spring and summer, there were sweet, juicy strawberries, raspberries, apricots, and many types of melons. In the fall, there were apples, oranges, and sweet potatoes. And in the winter, there were hardy root vegetables such as beets, carrots, and potatoes. George's favorite times were the holidays when he helped prepare special festive dishes. George's continued passion for food sent him to the ends of the earth to learn about it. He has spent over 30 years traveling to over 80 countries around the world. He experienced cuisines from many 225 healthy weight loss without dieting cultures renowned for their health and longevity, and appreciated the different foods and ways of preparing them that were unique to each. George's education in biochemistry helped his understanding of what he learned through observing, tasting, and formal training to create this better and healthier way of cooking. George earned a certificate studying French cuisine at the renowned La Varenne cooking school near Paris. He studied Italian cooking at the Giuliano Bugialese cooking school in Florence. He refined his skills at the Gourmets Oxford in England. George was disappointed that he couldn't find nutritious, tasty, and convenient foods for himself and his family, so in 1970 he founded Health Valley Foods, the first company in the United States to offer healthful prepared foods. As time went on, Health Valley produced thousands of convenient, enjoyable products that were packed with nutrition and flavor yet completely free of the white flour, refined sugar, hydrogenated fats, excess salt, chemical preservatives, and artificial colors that are standard in highly processed foods. George not only focused on the preparation of healthy foods, he also led the way in using safe, truthful, environmentally friendly packaging and encouraged and supported organic farming. Health Valley Foods has since become the gold standard for healthy, tasty, and conveniently prepared foods. In 1996, George sold Health Valley Foods. He felt that after 26 years he had inspired a number of others to establish companies to produce nutritious, conveniently prepared foods, and it was time to turn his energies and resources toward the next phase of helping people enjoy eating healthier. Today, he shares, free of charge, his passion to help others, and his experiences and knowledge with everyone who wants to know about the healthiest way of eating through the not-for-profit George Madeljan Foundation. Over the years, George had come to identify which foods were 226 about the author among the world's healthiest. And he also knew that in order to eat them on a regular basis, the preparation of these foods had to fit the individual tastes and lifestyles of people in today's busy world. So, George worked to create and develop preparation methods and recipes that allow people to enjoy delicious and exciting flavors in easy and affordable ways. His foundation supports an extensive website and the publication of books to share this information with you. George has published 5 books that have been read and used by millions of people. This includes his latest book, The World's Healthiest Foods, Essential Guide for the Healthiest Way of Eating, which is a practical companion to the whfoods.org website and won 2007 National Best Book Award. The whfoods.org website was the first project that George's foundation spearheaded. It was launched in 2001 and is now one of the most popular on the internet when it comes to healthy eating. In fact, if you Google search healthiest eating or healthiest recipes, the website comes up number 1. whfoods.org has over 10 million visitors per year and was selected as best of the best for healthy eating in the latest edition of the web's greatest hits by Ligne Arden. And all of this with no advertising, as George's foundation has no association with commercial companies. That's why readers have come to trust the unbiased material George presents, because he provides great advice, which is supported by science. Receipts from the sale of our books and DVD go toward continuing further research on and education about the healthiest way of eating. Thank you for walking your talk. Thank you for giving back. Your efforts to educate and inspire your fellow humans are appreciated. Very few people share their insights, wealth, and success with others, so when I see someone like yourself who does, I wanted to take the time to say thanks. Mike 227. The George Madeljan Foundation. For over 10 years, the George Madeljan Foundation been changing the way millions of people make decisions about the way they eat and how they prepare their food. It was established by George Madeljan to discover, develop, and share scientifically proven information about the benefits of healthy eating through the world's healthiest foods website, whfoods.org, and to offer this information to you free of charge. The foundation is also committed to the publication of books, such as The World's Healthiest Foods, Essential Guide for the Healthiest Way of Eating, which are designed to complement the information on the website and provide easy, practical ways to integrate the healthiest way of eating into your lifestyle. The independent perspective. The foundation is not for profit, so it can offer an independent perspective that is not influenced by commercial interests or advertising. Its only purpose is to help you discover the many joys and benefits of healthy eating. The Foundation's independent perspective can help provide clear and easy to understand knowledge on how people of all ages and backgrounds can achieve vibrant health and energy. Beliefs. The Foundation believes that true good health is more than just the absence of disease, it is a state where you enjoy all the energy and benefits life has to offer. One of the keys to achieving good health is to use the power of nutrient-rich foods to positively affect how you feel, how much energy you have, and the length and quality of your life. There is clear and definitive scientific evidence that nutrient-rich foods play an important and significant role in reducing the risk of degenerative 228 the George Madeljan Foundation diseases, and in providing long-term health and longevity. The foundation also believes that nutrient-rich foods not only have the power to provide good health, but that they also have the power to provide the pure joy of eating, and the joy of sharing with others. Each individual is unique, so everyone is not fit into the same food formula. Biochemical individuality is respected and a wide variety of nutrient-rich food options are provided. That way each individual can discover the personalized information, recipes, cooking methods, and menu plans to meet his or her needs. Our mission, the George Madeljan Foundation's mission, is to offer the latest scientific information about the benefits of the world's healthiest foods and the specific nutrients they provide. Equally important, the foundation offers practical, simple, and affordable ways to enjoy them that fit your individual lifestyle. Focus: helping everyone learn how to eat healthier for free. The George Madeljan Foundation is focused on using the power of nutrient-rich foods to achieve and maintain good health and the prevention of disease. George has devoted his life to discovering and understanding the benefits of the healthiest way of eating, and because of his passion for helping people, he believes that information on how to achieve vibrant health and energy should be accessible to everyone. So he has made the Foundation's website, www.whfoods.org, available free of charge, to anyone interested in learning about the healthiest way of eating. The profits from the sale of this book go to the George Madeljan Foundation, a not-for-profit organization, which provides funding for research and education to promote the healthiest way of eating and the healthiest way of cooking. The foundation is dedicated to help make a healthier world. 229 Healthy Weight Loss Without Dieting. Other books from George Madeljan and the George Madeljan Foundation. Available from the whfoods.org website at http://whfoods.org. 300 secrets/letter.html. Available from the whfoods.org website at http://www.whitefoods.org/newbook/book-announce.html. Healthiest way of cooking video to be released in March 2010. Recipes on back cover: citrus spinach salad with shrimp, page 143. 10-minute fresh berry dessert with yogurt and chocolate, page 191. Poached halibut with fennel and cauliflower, page 163. 230 This is not another diet book, because what I present to you is not a diet. Rather, it's the healthiest way of eating, which emphasizes nutrient-rich world's healthiest foods, which can lead to healthful and true weight loss. You'll get healthier and lose weight while also getting healthier by losing weight, a truly winning combination. The times of losing weight by starving or experiencing depravity is over. That's why this is not another diet book, it's a healthier way of losing weight and getting healthier. I believe this could be your last attempt to lose weight, and that this weight loss book will be the best one you've ever read, and also the last one you do, since it will help you achieve your goals and also help you maintain the weight that you will lose. If you tried a weight loss program before that helped you lose weight in a short period of time only to find that you gained it all back, I have the answer for you: nutrient-rich world's healthiest foods, which are the force for changing our perspective of weight loss from dieting to a journey of getting healthier. More about these recipes on page 230. $27.